Okay, so you guys, welcome to today's live. Today's training, it is going to be a little bit of a mini training around transformation, what transformation is about, how it gets to happen, and how your money is tied to love. So I'm just checking in here to see. All right. So there is an incredible connection to abundance, your abundance, the way you love, how much you love, how open you are to receiving love, how open you are to giving love, and all that, you know, good juicy stuff. So I shared an email to my community I think it was yesterday, yes, where I said the title of the email was are you loving with a, you know, measuring drop, like a dropper, right? Is your love being measured? And why did I come to this title, and why am I here sharing this with you today? Well, it's because I had a breakthrough this week, and I think it's really, really important to bring in and speak into what money gets to show for you in your life. So here's the stuff that was coming up, okay? The stories, which, you know, just drop in the chat if any of these stories sound familiar to you, and, you know, what stories are you currently having around your money, around, you know, your wealth and your abundance, and, you know, whether you're struggling or whether you're you're receiving but it's not enough, and are you being like tight with your money? Are you being controlling with your money? So this is what came up for me. There was this like it was almost as if, you know, I have money, you know, I get money, I receive very good money by living on purpose and by being in my purpose. And this week it was really interesting how, you know, despite being in the abundance and in the joy of receiving and giving, I was also on the other side of, so I was in a bit of a polarity. I was also on the other side of, you know, where should I spend my money first? What bills do I get to pay first? How much should I be paying? What gets to, you know, what does it get to look like? And it was almost as if money wanted to be channeled, like it needed a place to land. And for me, that looked like controlling the money. And then after that layer, I came into a space of, you know, the control. What if I let go of the control? What if you don't need to control your money anymore? What if you don't need to control anything anymore? Because you're the abundance, you're in your essence, and there's nothing you have to control. Okay, so in that layer, another layer appeared for me, and it was around like the measure of love, and how we give, how much love are we really giving out? How much love are we really opening ourselves up to receiving? And it was, I could literally like see love being, you know, given with a dropper, like you get this much and you get this much, and no, you're not getting because you're XYZ, or, you know, I'm not getting today because I didn't do everything on my to-do list, right? So we're very, it's interesting how the money brought this in. So money is connected to love. This is what I'm trying to say. Your money is connected to your capacity to deeply, fully, and, you know, unapologetically love yourself and unconditionally love others. Okay. So when you can see where in your life you are hoarding your love, or you're just being really, really I'll say prudent. I'll say prudent with your love. Okay. Where are you being prudent with your love in your life? Where are you not ready to receive in your life? Where are you still not willing to let go in your life? Where are you still demanding that you control things in your life? And how are you still controlling your money and the people that you love? Because it's all connected. It's all connected. So when I realized this earlier this week, it was like a massive layer just came off of me. It was like I became immediately released from the old story of needing to control, the old story of having to measure love, measure with in Greek it's called stavonometro. In English it's called the dropper, the medicine dropper, right? Measure your love and that's it. You know, it's almost as if you think of a tap. So this is how the first layer came through for me, and it might feel like it resonates for you. Like money is flowing from a tap, and there's a fear that that money, the tap, is going to just stop flowing one day. Like there's not going to be anything left. Okay. And that's a lie. That is a lie because of the control. Okay. So when we're trying to control the tap, close it when we want and open it when we want, or just like keep it closed because we're scared. So we're keeping it closed out of fear of it emptying out. Closing the tap on love, closing the tap on your money, tightening it up out of fear that it's gonna run out. Okay, that is a very, very hardwired lack and scarcity mentality, and it's, if anything in there resonates with you, it's probably not even your program that you're running. It's somebody else's program, and it's a program that you just somehow decided to take on for yourself, but it's not your program. Okay, so when I went in deeper, and this is what I do with my clients, I went in deeper and I asked, okay, whose program is this? Where did this come from? And I discovered it was from my mom. Okay, and maybe it wasn't even hers. Maybe she picked it up from somebody else. Maybe it was from her dad, her mom. Okay, so these programs are never actually ours to begin with, because you come into this world as an infinite soul that is abundant, that is ready to be expressed, right? That is ready to have love expressed infinitely through your physical body. And then what happens? Boom, 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 boom. We get imprinted and everything gets garbled. And then we have our 3D reality the way it is now. And it's all good, you know, we have to have polarity so that we can see where we're standing in that polarity. Okay? So your polarity around money, your triggers around money are helping you see clearly what beliefs you're currently holding around your money. So how does transformation happen? Transformation starts to happen when you realize that something is out of alignment. And you know that something is out of alignment when you're triggered. So whenever you're feeling triggered around something, around your money, there's not enough, don't have enough. How are we going to pay for that? Can't afford that right now. It's not the right time. Or we need to save for rainy days, XYZ. Okay. All of that, all of those are programs. Programs of lack and scarcity. And it's not your divine self essence. Okay. So transforming that program and alchemizing, in actual fact, neutralizing that program actually happens quite easily, because when I realized where the program was coming from, without any judgments on the person who was running that program for me, and you know, me taking it on, it's just a deep compassion and a deep sense of love and forgiveness that happens on the inside, and the love and the light inside of your heart automatically will transmute the program for you, and then you get to choose what program you want to run instead. So in my case, it is a program of, my instead is I'm in my essence, and my essence is infinite. And I have no desire to control the love. I have no desire to control the money, because it is infinite, and it gets to flow infinitely to me and through me and from me into my reality. There's no cap, there's no cap on the level of love, on the amount of love, on the quality of love, on the transmission of love. There's no cap on it. Okay, so that's where I managed to go. And from that space, other aha moments began to spin in and spiral in. And of course, I had a good cry about it, because it's just so expansive and really, really beautiful to be able to shift in this way. And just, I really wanted to share this with you, because money is a triggering for a lot of people. So money gets to be neutral. Money is neutral, and you are the vehicle through which the energy of everything gets to flow through. You don't have to control anything. You get to be neutral, and you get to be the conduit, right? Imagine yourself as a metal rod, and the frequencies are coming through you, and you're just that conduit, and you're moving the energy where it needs to go. Okay, so the energy of money, when it comes to you, it's joy, it's gratitude, it's abundance. It's not, oh my gosh, here's money, and then I need to save it, or I get to pay all my bills, or I get to fill in some holes and some gaps. And then you go into a space of, oh crap, it's running, it's running out. The tap is emptying out, right? And then you get to catch yourself. You get to catch yourself, because you're coding your money into lack and scarcity, and you don't want to be doing that. Okay, you want to stay in the frequency of the abundance of receiving, and you also want to be in the frequency of really like the infinity sign, being that reciprocity where it's a constant in and out and in and out. And in your heart, you know that you are the conduit, you are the magnet of the money, you are the magnet of the love, you are the conductor of that energy, and you get to actually I don't like to use the word manipulate. You get to be in harmony with that energy, so that energy, that frequency, works as it's supposed to. It's supposed to be what's the word, it's supposed to be serving you. It's supposed to serve your highest intentions. It's supposed to serve your highest purpose. So if you look at money, if you look at love, and this, you get to ask yourself questions like, okay, so how are my actions right now serving my highest purpose? Or you can ask yourself a question like, how do I continue to stay in alignment with my highest purpose? You can ask yourself another question like, how does this money get to flow through me? How do I get to feel joy as I pay my bills? How do I get to feel gratitude as I receive and give and receive and give, right? Knowing that I'm infinite, infinitely infinite, eternal love, okay? And coding your money as love, and realizing that when you expand your love, as you expand your love, as you expand your capacity to love, as you expand your capacity to receive love. So think about how you receive compliments. Think about how easily you receive gifts. Think about how easily you receive support, okay? How easily you receive coaching, how easily you receive a meal, and then how easily it is to give. So for most people, it's easier, especially moms, it's easier to give. Sorry, just give me a second. Sorry, my kids are watching TV and I went a little bit too loud. So how easy it is for you to give. As moms, I think it's a lot easier for us to give and to give of ourselves than it is to receive. That's part of the old paradigm. It's part of the old programming of motherhood. And it's also why a lot of women in business, entrepreneurs, they really struggle. They really struggle to make a living. They really struggle to make a good income. Also, especially if you're in the spiritual entrepreneurship realm, where it's taboo to get paid really well for your gifts and for your whatever it is, healing that you do, for your for your service and how you show up in the world. It's almost as if you have to be a martyr, to be doing this work. But that's part of the old infrastructure that it's actually broken down. It's actually fallen away, and we are in the new dimensions of the new earth and the new human and the new heart, and how we get to live, how we get to thrive, how we get to run our businesses, how we get to lead our families, and how we get to be conduits of unconditional love as we source abundance from our hearts and as we create the new heaven on earth. So your heaven on earth is already inside of you. And as you begin to walk that path, stuff will begin to come up, because they have to come up, because they're no longer aligned with the vision that you have and with the path that you're on. So if, for example, in my case, that I was experiencing this week, upon receiving money, it was a case of, oh my gosh, it's going to run out. But that gets to turn. You get to flip the switch on that. And it's now a case of, oh my gosh, wow, I'm so grateful. And how do I get to share this with the world? How do I get to become more love? How do I get to expand in my capacity for love and expand my capacity for more money? And it's not more money from the ego. It's more money because you get to create with that money. You get to expand the world with that money. You get to serve because of that money. And you get to show up as well in a different way for your family, for your business, for your clients, for whatever it is you're doing. The money is coded to to spiral you up into another version of yourself. Okay, so it's not like you're waiting for that money to be that version of yourself. It's more like you're already on that path, and then the money story comes in to just like to break that ceiling, that old story of yourself. Money story comes in, and you get to crack that and move and shift up into that higher version of yourself. Okay, so I hope this has made sense to you. Yeah, for me, it was really, really an incredible breakthrough. And a lot of these money stories, many of the times they hold people back, and it doesn't have to be that way. So I hope it has served you. When you watch the replay, please just hashtag replay, drop any questions you have in the bottom. I do have a call to action for you. I would like you to just think about what are your current programs around your capacity to love unconditionally. Do you think that's even possible? Do you struggle with that, or does it come easily for you? And where do you think you're challenged with that? Like, in which areas of your life do you think you're finding it challenging right now? Because that is actually the gateway for money to expand in your life. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this transmission. And have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your day. I love you. Till next time. Bye.